This is the next video in the playlist for Sheldon's laptop to fix the touchpad, the mouse touchpad on the keyboard. So I'm going to show you how it is, what the problem is, and then show you my process basically for fixing hardware problems on laptops. So if I switch to, well, let's see, this camera shows here's the laptop and then this one over here. And if I point this camera down a bit, let's move it in. I can show you what's up with this. Okay, so here's the touchpad and it is lifted. It's raised up on the front part of the touchpad. And if I press down on it, you can see where it's supposed to sit. When I first saw this, my suspicion was that it was a swollen battery, because I would expect the battery is around through this area. I wasn't entirely convinced about that, and I asked them about it, or told them what my suspicion was, and they told me that Corinna had the same model laptop and she had the same problem, apparently before Sheldon did. And a technician came out intending to replace the battery and wound up just cleaning up the inside underneath the touchpad, because debris gets stuck in there and lifts it up. I don't know. It seemed kind of odd to me, but let's find out what we've got. So I'm going to set the computer off to the side here. Let's see, where am I going to put it? Yeah, right there. And get this back out of the way. Now I'm still connected remotely to the laptop using, let's see, I got to show you this. So I'm still connected remotely to the laptop from my computer number 2. So that's what I'm switching to now. And we're going to research this issue a little bit. It's only been a few minutes since I ended the video about the Google Drive synchronization. And I first want to find out what laptop this is. So the way I'm going to do that is Windows key R to bring up the run command line. Oops, that's not what I want. Escape key once. Windows key and then CMD. It's abbreviation for command to give me the command prompt. Right click on that and choose Run as Administrator. Change devices, yes, and there I've got the black DOS prompt window. And then type WMIC space BIOS space get space serial number. And that gives me the serial number for this Dell computer. I can double click on that serial number, hold down Shift key and press left arrow key so I'm getting only that serial number, Control C to copy that to the electronic clipboard. Then come to the new tab, and in the address bar I'm going to try support.dell.com. I think that'll get me to a place where I can put in that service tag is what Dell calls it. And that didn't get me straight to it. Let's go to support and product support. There we go. Here I can put in the service tag, so Control V to paste that service tag and then click search. So it's an XPS 159550. Triple click on that and we'll highlight all of that, and Control C to copy that to the clipboard. Go into documentation, scroll down to, what do they give us here? Oh, manuals and documents down here. Service manual is what I want. So I'm going to view the PDF, and this is going to give me steps for disassembling the computer. Well, that didn't work. Failed to load PDF document. I wonder why. It looks like it might still go ahead and load anyway. Is that what it's doing? Let's try refresh. All right, still trying to refresh. Let's go to plan B, close that, and come back to service manual. I want to actually download it. That's view page. That's going to view it in a browser. And this is kind of taking a while, so I'm going to abandon that and come back here. I'm going to click in this address bar and press Control C, and then I'm going to come down to the taskbar for my computer at the bottom and click on Google Chrome, open a new tab, click in the address bar, Control V to paste that address. I want to have this manual on my computer anyway so that I can refer to it while I'm disassembling the laptop. Come down here to Service Manual and View PDF. Okay, so that's downloading the PDF. When I click on it, it's going to open the PDF, and I think I'm going to come back to view it in the, I might come back and view it in the web viewer. This file is damaged and could not be repaired. Maybe there's something actually wrong with the file. View specifications. Let's page down and see if I get a table of contents. This is supposed to be the service manual. No, that says specifications. Did I click on the wrong one? Let's come back here. Service manual. Handling swollen lithium-ion batteries. Well, that's interesting that they have that in here as a manual when I was suspecting it was a swollen battery. Quick service guide, specifications, reimage. So let's try this view page, see if that gets me to the actual service manual. This is taking a long time. Let me come to another new tab while that's going and try something else. Windows key V to bring up my paste history, XPS 159550. And Touchpad. I'm looking at the suggested searches there. I'm not seeing anything about lifted, or do you see replacements? Lifted, damaged. They have replacements. Oh, they do call it a trackpad. I was thinking I was wrong calling it that. Oh, look at there, solved. Touchpad is popping up. This is a known issue. Your battery is swelling. Contact Dell ASP to get a replacement. Touchpad is popping up. I bought with 1-year warranty. Started to actually use it from 16. It performs quite well. However, its touchpad started popping up It gradually kept popping up further. Big gap. Can't close the lid. We're not as bad as that. There are some dashes on keyboard. Don't worry about this. The battery is the issue, though you've let it go so long that the touchpad needs to be replaced as well. Contact Dell to have that done. Touchpad popping up, known issue. Well, I'm inclined to do that through Dell. This computer is obviously out of warranty, but it looks to me like this is probably a manufacturing defect that they might cover longer. So, contact support. So, where is something for contacting? There's contact information. There's no email addresses. There are no phone numbers. Obtain non-technical support. If you need assistance with a Dell product, please select technical support. Oh, that's clickable. Okay, it's got the service tag. Warranty expired. Damage, hardware related, power, battery or PC. Issue not listed. Hardware related, battery or PC. I'm going to try that one. Don't need diagnostics. Your product is out of warranty. Call us 7 a.m. to 12 a.m. Contact us to review your options for hardware repair, software resolution to renew your warranty. Okay. Dell's out of warranty team will help determine and guide you to the most appropriate solution for your needs. All right. So let's try that and see what we get. In the past, I have commonly just bought the replacement parts and performed this kind of repair without trying to go through Dell. But in this case, I don't think this computer warrants spending the money on the parts when we're kind of considering replacing the computer anyway. Now, if Dell will do that replacement for free, well, that's a different matter.
Out of warranty repair department. Your call may be recorded for quality assurance and training purposes. The quickest way to get you to the right support agent is to get your product's express service code. This is different from your service tag or asset ID. The express service code is a 9 to 11-digit number located on a label next to the words express service code. It has no letters or dashes. Please enter it now. Thanks. Hold on while I look that up. Got it. Thanks. I'll get you right over to someone who can help. Hold on.
Hi, I have a Dell XPS 15 9550 that looks like it has a known issue of battery swelling that causes the the trackpad to pop up. And no, it's out of warranty, but I'm wondering if this might be something that's covered even out of warranty, since I'm deducing it was probably a product design defect. So I want to see if I could check on that and see if we can get some help with fixing it.
Sure, so we will definitely help you out with the best possible resolution. Just want to confirm the service tag of your computer. It's 1B as in Bravo, 7, S as in Sierra, D as in Delta, C as in Charlie, number 2.
Yes.
Okay, so I can check it's an XPS 15 inches 9550 model number. May I know your first and last name, please?
That is Sheldon Baker. Now, he's the owner of the computer. I'm a computer technician working for him.
Alright, so may I know your name, please?
Yes, Doug, D-O-U-G, Betts, B as in Bravo, E-T-T-S as in Sierra.
Okay, your first name is Doug and your last name is Betts, correct?
That's right.
Okay. So let me check if, so you're saying that the battery is swollen, so it needs a replacement, correct?
Yes.
Let me check the options for you and I will let you know about it. And I apologize for the inconvenience. We will definitely help you out with the best possible resolution.
Okay.
Just give me a minute. So basically I can check it. So now the system has an integrated battery, correct?
Integrated battery, yes. It's, no, I can't, yeah, it'd have to be disassembled to remove it. Yeah.
Will you be able to replace the battery on your own?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, if the battery is not available online, I can connect your call to our team and they will be able to order a new battery for you. Will that be alright?
Yes.
Right. So, Doug, can you please help me with your email address?
Sure. It's Doug@DougBetts.com.
So it's Doug@DougNets.com. So it should be DougNets.com.
No, I think you have my last name incorrect. My last name starts with a B as in boy, E as in echo, T as in tango, T as in tango, S as in Sierra.
Okay, got it. So it should be DougBetts.com, correct?
That's right.
And can you please help me with your phone number, your contact number?
Yeah, 559-289-8000.
Yeah. So it's 559-289-8000, correct?
That's right.
Okay. So Doug, I need to update the details and then I will connect the call to our internal team. They will be able to book the new battery for you. If you don't mind, may I place a call and hold this for 2 to 3 minutes?
Yes, that's
then I
fine.
will connect the call.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir.
So I'm on hold with Dell right now. The computer's out of warranty. They're transferring me to a department that sounds like they're going to be able to send me a battery if I can replace it myself. They answered the call pretty quickly.
Thank you for being online, sir.
Yes.
So I'm just transferring the code to our team. They will be able to book the new battery. Is there anything else you can assist you with?
Yes. I tried to find the service manual for instructions for disassembling the computer, and the links on that page don't work. I'm wondering if there's a way to get hold of that. I think this computer disassembles easily enough. I've disassembled a lot of different computers, but I always like to have the service manual available when I'm doing that work. Is there a way for me to get that?
So your voice is breaking in between. You're saying you want to get the battery or not?
I do want the battery, but I'd also like to get the service manual. On your website, the link for the service manual does not work.
Okay, so you want the battery and you also want the service manual, correct?
Yes.
So if you want to download the service manual, you can just go on dell.com/support and you can enter the service tag of the computer, and then you can just click on documentation and you will get the service manual. You can read the service manual and you can install the battery on your own.
I have done that. I am at that page. It does not work. The link is broken. So that method does not work.
Check search from.
Okay.
Just give me a minute. Let
Yeah.
me check if it is
Okay.
showing from my side or not.
Sure.
Please bear with me, sir. I'm checking it.
Okay.
So when you're trying to go on dell.com/support, there's an option of you need to enter the service tag. You are getting options, overview, diagnostic, drivers and downloads, and documentation, correct?
Yes, I'm at that page. I'm at the page for documentation
On
for.
that page, just click on documentation,
I'm there.
and just scroll down. There's an option manuals and documents,
I'm there.
and it says XPS 15 service manual. Do you see that?
I do see that.
Just click on view PDF or view page.
Okay. I'm clicking on view PDF.
Alright, so it will download the PDF and just give me a minute. Please bear with me, I'm just also checking it from my end.
Okay. My computer is showing 1 hour left for downloading that.
Yes, it is also not showing from my end, it's taking a little longer. Just give me a minute.
Okay.
And do you see there's an option handling swollen lithium-ion batteries just below service manual?
I do see that.
Yes, so just give me a minute. It seems like due to some issues on the side, it's just taking a little longer. So I can go ahead and I can transfer the code to our team. They will be able to let you know how you can install the battery.
Okay.
Will that be alright?
Yes.
And they will also be able to book a new battery for you. So is there anything else I can assist you with for now?
No, that's fine. Thank you.
Thank you for choosing that. So have a wonderful day ahead. Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.
My name is Sahil. How may I help you today?
Hi, I was transferred to you for getting a replacement battery for this Dell XPS that's got a swollen battery symptom.
Oh, okay. Sure, I will help you with the case, sir. I will check the case details on my end. Please help me with the service tag of your Dell laptop, sir.
Yeah, the service tag is 1 B as in Bravo, 7 S as in Sierra, D as in Delta, C as in Charlie, 2.
Okay, let me reconfirm it, sir. So it's number 1, B as in Bravo, number 7, S as in Sierra or Sam, D as in Delta, C as in Charlie, and then number 2.
Yes.
Great. Thanks for sharing the details, sir. I will quickly review the case on my end. So you mentioned that the battery of the laptop is swollen.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, that's right. Can you hear me?
Oh, okay. Yes, now I can hear you, sir.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir.
The trackpad is lifted up off of the surface, and documentation on your website indicates that is due to swollen batteries. That this particular model computer is known for that issue. The computer is out of warranty coverage, but it's my understanding that this is covered due to manufacturer designer defect or whatever, and we can replace the battery ourselves. So I was transferred to you saying that you could send us a battery.
Oh, okay. I'll check the details for that here, so and I will share all the options with you. I would just like to confirm few details, sir, like please help me with your first and last name.
Yes, my name is DougBetts. I'm a computer technician working for the owner of the laptop. His name is Sheldon Baker.
Okay. And I do see your callback number here, sir, in case of disconnection. Is it number 559-289-8000?
That's right.
Okay. And so your email address, is it your first name, that is D as in Delta, O as in Oscar, U as in Uniform, G as in Golf, at your first name, that is D as in Delta, O as in Oscar, U as in Uniform, G as in Golf, then your last name, sir, that is B as in Bravo, E as in Echo, T as in Tango, T as in Tango, S as in Sierra.com.
That's correct.
Great. Thanks for confirming the details, sir. At any time, sir, during the call, if you feel that I'm going too fast or if you are not able to understand me, do let me know and I will adjust my pace accordingly. Also, at any time, sir, in case if the call gets disconnected, we have a follow-up team here who will follow up the same case in next 2 to 4 hours. So that is the turnaround time for follow-up, but I will help you with the case right now. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm reviewing the case details on my end, sir. It might take 2 to 3 minutes for me to review the case details. So may I please place your call on hold for 2 to 3 minutes, sir, while I review the case on my end?
Yes.
Thank you so much, sir. being on hold, so I really appreciate your time and patience.
Okay.
So I just checked the details here, and it shows me that like there is no issue reported with this laptop, so and for the battery, like for the battery replacement, it will be a fee-based support because the laptop is out of warranty right now. Like its warranty expired on May 22, 2017. And because the laptop is out of warranty now, sir, so it will be a fee-based support. Like it will be a chargeable support. I can share the repair options with you.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so we can do one thing in this case, sir, like we can pull your laptop to our repair facility, which is in Houston, Texas, and for that we will ship an empty box at your place. So you just have to put the laptop with the power adapter in that same box and then call FedEx. So the FedEx will come to your place. They will pick that box and then they will ship it to our repair facility, which is in Houston, Texas. And once we receive it, so our technician will do the complete diagnostic on the laptop. And depending on the diagnostic, they will share the repair quotation with you. And once you pay for the repair at that time, the technician will repair the laptop and then they will ship the laptop back to you. And for this process, to set up this service, upfront you just have to pay for shipping and diagnostic, and we have two shipping options here. First one is the standard shipping, for which you just have to pay $39. This $39 will include three-way standard shipping, extensive diagnostic, travel insurance, and it is the non-refundable fee with the turnaround time of 12 to 15 business days for the complete process. But we do have the expedite service as well. So instead of $39, if you pay $59 upfront, then it will include the expedite shipping, and with that, the turnaround time will be 5 to 7 business days for the complete process. So these are the two shipping options, and later our technician will share the repair quotation with you after the diagnostic.
No, I think we're going to pass.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you don't want to go with the repair service right now?
No. And this is documented on your website as a known issue with this computer, so it's disheartening that you deny that it is an issue with the computer, but you've told me your position on it, so we're just going to go ahead and take our own plan B.
Okay.
You are denying that this is a known issue for this computer, right?
Right, that is correct.
Okay.
Sir. There is no known issue with the system, and in this case, like I checked all the details here, sir, and we can help you with the repairs, but it will be fee-based support.
No, I'm not interested. I think we're done here. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome, sir. And at any time, sir, in case if you face any issue, we are here 24/7. You can always give us a call anytime. And is there anything else, sir, I may help you with today?
Well, actually, so I'm going to do the repair myself without going through you. However, the documentation, the service manual on your website, the link is broken. It does not work. Is there a way for me to get the service manual PDF for this computer?
We have the internal tools here, so on which we can check the details, but the system manual is available on our support website, which is...
No. Stop. I went through that with the person before you. It does not work. It is broken. If you go to that right now, it will not work for you. If you go to that site on Dell's website for that manual and click on that link, you will find that it's broken. It does not work. You cannot open that file. So I'm asking it, yeah, go ahead and check it. I'm asking if you can email that PDF to me.
Please allow me 1 minute here, so I'm just checking the details on that.
Okay. And by the way, on that service page, there's a document about handling swollen batteries for this computer. And you're denying that it's an issue. You have a manual for it.
I checked all the details here, so, and we can help you with the repairs. In case if the battery is swollen, we can help you with the repairs, but it is not the non-issue, so, and the battery comes with the 1 year of warranty on it, and the age of the system is around 4.5 years.
Okay, let's stop you right there. Let's stop you right there. Have you gone to that page for the manuals for this computer? Are you at that page?
Yes, I'm checking the...
You're at that page, and you see the section called Manuals and Documents.
Yes.
Okay, what's the last document in that section? What's the name of it?
It says handling swollen batteries, yeah.
Right. Why is that even there if it's not an issue? I've gone to this page for lots of your other models, and that item has never been there. It's here for this one. Now, I already know your answer, so don't go through it again, please. But that service manual, the XPS 15 service manual, if you'll click on the View PDF option or the View Page option, neither of them work.
Okay. I'll share that with the concerned team, so to update those details. And I'm trying to open that here on my end. It is working, but as you mentioned that it is not working on your end, so I'll share that with the concerned team, so to update that on the portal, on the website. You can try that after some time, sir, after, usually the turnaround time for it is 24 hours, so I'll share that with the team. You can try to open that after 24 hours and it will work, so.
What, when you say it's working, what do you mean when you say that? What are you actually seeing? Did it actually open up?
Yes, on my end, sir, when I open the manual, it shows me all the options here, like the disassembly and assembly details, like the chassis information on the laptop, the technical specifications of the laptop in the manual. So, yeah, there is a complete manual. And I clicked on View PDF as well as I clicked on View Page. So it is working on both the link, but might be there is some technical issues, as you mentioned that it is not working on your end. It is showing you some error there, like when you try to.
Well, the first time I did it, it actually opened a document, but it turned out to be the specifications document, not the service manual. And then when I back and tried to do it again, it downloaded a file. When I click on the file, it just gives me a message, there's an error in the document. There's an error opening the document, the file is damaged. The person that I talked to before you, the guy that transferred me to you, he tried it and he got the same results I got. It did not work for him either. So I don't know where the issue is, but if you actually got that PDF file to open, are you able to email that to me as an attachment?
Sure, I can try for that, sir, but actually as I mentioned that when we open it, it goes to the internal tools. Like I'm from the Dell technical support team, so and we have the internal tools on which we check the details, so it went to that. and it might not work through the email as well, because I do see one notification about the error, so might be that is why it is not working on your end. So I already shared it with the concerned team to fix that so that it should work on your end as well. So you can try that after 24 hours to open that document. But it's a very large file, so on the email it might not be possible. So yeah.
What's the size of it?
I can try downloading it. Let me check that here. Okay, it's not giving me the access to download. So every time I try to open it, it goes to the internal link. Let me try that from here once. Okay, it shows me around 8 MB, like the size of the document.
Okay.
It's 8 MB, yeah?
Yeah, that's the indication I'm getting on this side. My email is able to receive that size, but it sounds to me like you're not able to download that either as a
Yes.
attachable file, which just goes further to say that yes, it is broken somehow. So you're putting in the request to get that fixed, right?
Right, that is correct, sir.
All right.
I'll share that with the concerned team so that
All right.
you can access it. But it usually takes some time, so like the turnaround time for it is around 24 hours.
All right.
So it should be working in that much time. The team will work on that link. So, yep.
Okay, very good. That's all we can do for now, I think.
Yep. Okay. And is there anything else, sir, I may help you with today?
No, I think we're done.
Okay. And at any time, sir, if you face any issue, we are here 24/7. You can always give us a call anytime.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir, and thank you for choosing Dell, sir.
All
Have
right.
a nice day.
Thank you. Bye. Okay, so that was less than fruitful and a whole lot of time spent down the drain. And typically I'm reluctant to call tech support for the computer manufacturers because it's, even when it is under warranty, it has wound up taking a long time. So these, I got through pretty quickly. I'm pretty happy with how quickly they answered. It's a little distressing that they deny that there is a battery issue with these laptops when they actually have documentation in their community, and they actually have a document on the page for this laptop for how to handle swollen batteries. Why do you do that if that problem doesn't exist? That they won't send a battery at their cost out of warranty, okay. I mean, I've seen sometimes things that are design flaws be covered out of warranty, but they're not obligated to that, certainly. So I am pleased with how quickly he responded. This last guy, I was particularly pleased with how careful he was to make sure that I felt comfortable in asking him to repeat himself or slow down. And I actually found him pretty easy to understand. So that was a good impression. I did kind of put him through the ringer a little bit on this document and trying to email it to me, and can he actually access it, and he kept his cool which they always do. I never had them get upset. I have gotten upset at them. I will confess that. I have a very short fuse when it comes to dealing with technical support that isn't giving reasonable service. But actually their service was reasonable. I mean, I think it's okay. I think there's got to be a limit as to how long that they should be expected. This warranty on this computer expired in 2017. This is 2021. That's kind of long. Now, Coretta said that they actually did come out to replace her battery, service technician from Dell. So I don't know if this happened while she was still under warranty or not, but they disassembled the computer and found the battery was not swollen, that they were able to just clean it out inside, and that fixed it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and try to do that and see how the adventure goes. So over here on my computer number 2, while I've been waiting, I found instructions for how to disassemble this computer. Now, it looks pretty gnarly. Palm rest touchpad removal and installation. So I think they're talking there about replacing all of this, not just this, all of this around here. And in order to accomplish that, they are showing that we take the bottom off, unplug the battery cable. That makes sense. Now at that point I would expect to be able to remove the battery. Okay, so here's removing the battery. So that's going to be some screws. And then the hard drive bracket. So this is underneath the battery. So we're not actually seeing the trackpad yet, apparently. This maybe is the circuitry for the trackpad. And then unplug the cable and remove the hard drive. That's not a big deal. Remove the bracket screw, remove the bracket. What is that? There's a fan. There's the fan. So what is this right there, I guess? That looks like for the Wi-Fi. Yeah, unplug the antenna cables, remove the wireless card, then remove a screw here. Is that an M. Oh, that is an M.2. Wow, this computer has an M.2? But previously we saw a hard drive. All right, well that's a little surprising. Unplug the fan cable right there. Remove the bracket. So this bracket right here for an LCD cable. Unplug the fan cable. Remove the left side cooling fan. That implies this has a cooling fan on each side. Remove and clean the heat sink. So that'd be right under here. That's probably the CPU right under there. Reapply new thermal compound, yeah. And then remove the right hinge and left hinge. Remove the touch screen assembly. So they're actually removing the screen. And then remove the DC jack up here. Unplug the speaker cable. Unplug the bottom motherboard cable, so that's right here. Remove the M.2 motherboard screws. Oh, that's not M.2, that's M2. That's just the size of the screws. So the screws for the motherboard. Remove all those and remove the motherboard. Unplug the backlight cable. So that's the light underneath the keyboard, underneath the keys. Carefully remove the plastic, the keyboard plastic. Remove the keyboard screws. That's the plastic. I don't see the, oh, are those screws? Are you kidding? That many screws? Ay caramba. Oh yeah, okay, so when I'm not yeah, you can see all the screws there. Oh, good gollies. Then remove the keyboard. The remaining piece is the palm rest touchpad. So they've removed all the components until we're left with the palm rest touchpad. So this area is the palm rest and that's the touchpad. And I think that is, yeah, that's just the frame of the keyboard. That's not the actual keys of the keyboard. That's just the frame that goes around all of the keys. Because they've already removed the keyboard, right? We had that, yeah, here, remove the keyboard. So this is the bottom of the keyboard. They take the screws out, remove the keyboard, and you're left with this template or this frame. The frame, let's show you that here. That's all this material around here, around the keys. Okay. Dell replacement parts needed. That's junction circuit board for palm rest. And that's power input jack with cable. And that's graphics heatsink assembly. It doesn't make sense that those parts are needed for that task. What we need is the palm rest keyboard if you're going to do that. So what I think I want to do is go ahead and disassemble this to remove the battery and maybe the hard drive, but see if I can fix that touchpad without actually replacing the battery or disassembling the whole computer, because this doesn't look or feel like a swollen battery, and Corinna's computer, it wasn't. So do I don't need to stop the video. I'll just continue recording. So let's go, which camera? Yeah, let's go here. So I'll oh, let me show you this. The touchpad actually doesn't work. And when I'm doing this, the mouse does not moving around on the screen. Now, if I push down on this, does it work? No. So we have an external mouse, and I'll use that to shut the computer down. Let's close all of this. And, whoops, wait a minute. Where am I at? Oh, I'm showing you the wrong computer, sorry. There. And then exit from that DOS window and then close this. Go to the start button, power again, and shut down. So I'm probably going to go back and camouflage the parts where I was giving my cell phone number and my personal email address to the service people, and I'm still unsure about even publishing that conversation with them over the phone. I'd like to. I think it's a credit to Dell, mostly. I'm not supposed to be recording somebody over the phone without their knowledge. But if there's no victimization, if there's no damages caused to them, I'm actually complimenting how they handled that. It is useful as a training tool to people who need to contact Dell for support. I'd like to publish that, but I'm really not supposed to. So if you're watching this video now, you know whether I publish my conversation with them over the phone or not. I'm not sure what I'm going to decide on that. So let's start disassembling this puppy. Close it. Take the USB the mouse dongles out. I had one for Sheldon's mouse, and I had one for my keyboard for when I had the laptop down on the floor. You know what? So I'm going to take this one back. Turn that guy over, get my magnetic pad. These are Torx bits. So my drivers are over here. I think that's not the right one. No, it's not the right one. I'm going to pause the recording and go see if I can find the right Torx for that. So here's another Torx set. Well, there's other stuff besides Torx in here. And this one is a T5. I figured out which one it is before I unpaused the recording. So that confirms that. And get my driver out, of course. Boy, that was loose. And let's see, this is magnetized, right? Yep. So I put these onto my magnetic pad in an order that matches the layout here. And that helps when some of the screws are different size. I don't think that's going to be the case here. It also helps to make sure I covered or got all the screws in. So it's kind of a habitual way of laying out the components. And then for the next set of screws I do, they'll go in the next square, and the next square, and the next square. And I think it told me, yeah, there's supposed to be 10 screws. So 4 is 8, and 2 is 10. So that confirms I got all of the screws. Then I'm looking back to this section here. They've got 3 different pictures. So there's also, remove the screws under the badge door. So this is, tell me about the badge door. And this is why I like to actually use a manual for doing this, because I easily might have not realized that that was there. I might have got to this point and tried to force this off, not realizing that there are screws underneath this panel. And that just opens up on a hinge. And I don't recall ever coming across that. Whoops, that spins. That is a Phillips. And in that instruction here, up here it told me what kind of torque screws they are. It doesn't tell me that these are Phillips. Or does it? Yeah, over here it says these are two M.2 by 7 tapered. Not M.2, M2. We can see that that's Phillips. But that M2 there and this M2 here, I'm not really certain what M2 means, but Torx is the head. So, I don't know what to make of that. So these screws will go into that next square on the grid because these are different screws and these are a different step in the procedure, even though they're still on the back. And very much a different size screw. And you can imagine if I've been trying to force that bottom to come off, that I could have damaged something. Some of these are very difficult to pry off, and so you put a lot of pressure on them. And once you're accustomed to putting a lot of pressure, you could do that ill-advisedly. So then it tells me unsnap and remove the bottom base cover. So next is just going to be snaps. Look at these pictures. All right, nothing extra of use there. Looking around the perimeter to see if there's any obvious place to grab it, and I'm going to start just with my fingernails. Yeah, I can feel some give there. So let's get a spudger tool. There are little knots where it went into. Oops, that one's broken. Cut under there. Sometimes these are a better, more thorough instructions will say that it slides forward or slides backward. The back of it came up pretty easily, but it sure feels stubborn. Ah, there we go. There we go. There we go. Now, I'm going to look to see what kind of clips there are. There's a clip. clip. I also check this because the way these things snap so hard, I'm always afraid of breaking something. It's very rarely been the case. I'm not sure if it's ever been the case other than sometimes when they're actually a damaged case. Okay. So here we've got an open laptop, and then here's the battery, and these cells here, I don't know if that's, it looks like it's a normal thing for them to be kind of bumped up like that. And the place that we're concerned about swollen battery is in this area here. So that corresponds to right here. So this battery kind of has raised areas here, but it looks like that is part of the design. All right, what are we told next? Unsnap and remove the base, unplug the battery cable, it's over here, and then remove 4 screws. And then here the pictures show where those screws are at. And then this picture, that's just showing the cable, we already saw that. Okay. So screw, 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 and screw. And this screw is different than these 3. So that's going to be another square on my grid. And then here's the connector. There's a couple of screw holes here, but they're empty. And that would be because those are the screws that were under that panel that I had to open up. All right, so for this connector will just slide out this direction. It's typically kind of tight. And just wiggle it back and forth. I'm using my fingernails on the little lip of that connector to pull it back. So there it is out of the socket. There is no clip to depress in order to get that out, just pull it out. All right, then these screws. Now these are really odd looking screws. They have a great big head and a little tiny short amount of threads. So that square in my grid, I lined out those screws in the same order that they came out. And then lift the battery up. It's a little stubborn. Oh, wait a minute, I see another screw. Oh, good gollies, I took out the wrong screws. I took out completely the wrong screws. Those ones with the big heads and the short threads, those were the wrong screws. So here are these pink washers. Those are the ones that I took out, and they are not at all for the battery. The screws for the battery are here, here, and here, just adjacent to those pink ones, but they're little tiny screws, barely even noticeable. All right, so let's put those screws back in where they belong. I didn't even realize that until I started trying to pull up on the battery. And I actually was able to see or notice one of the screws holding the battery in. So there is evidence for you that I am showing you the real work, including mistakes, because that was definitely a mistake. So here, let me show you in this picture as I look closer. See, there's the screw with that pink washer around it. Those are the ones that I removed, and that was the wrong screws. Each of them were adjacent to a battery screw. Now, if I had paid attention to this M24MM and realized what those screws would look like, I might have realized what I was looking at incorrectly, but I didn't. So, go for these screws, put them in the same spot on my grid. Now battery comes up easily. So right underneath this area, is it swollen? Kind of looks similar to the top side of it. And it looks like that is part of the design. It is squishy. All right, so the way I keep track of parts is I stack them in the order that they came out. So I'm putting that on top of that frame. Now then, this area here is where that trackpad is, and it doesn't look indented at all. Oh, that is the trackpad. It moves as I push on the trackpad. Let's get you a closer view. You can see that little bit of movement. So this whole area here is the bottom side of that trackpad. And that click that you hear, I am figuring is the click for making a mouse click. Can this come out without completely disassembling the computer. Here's a couple of ribbon cables. Let's see, this ribbon cable goes over to there. And it does not have adhesive onto this. This ribbon cable is for that. There's a couple screw holes here. Those are the screws I already took out. I don't know that they're holding this in place. This feels like it's connected with an adhesive. All right, I'm going to go poke around in YouTube and see if anyone has made a video about fixing this trackpad issue when it's not caused by a battery. Now it fits right now. Yeah, I guess it is believable that that could be caused by the battery. But Corinna said that they just cleaned hers and then it sat right after that. What if I just put the battery back in? Will I then see the problem return? So here I'm just going to set the battery in place. Yeah, I can see how that would do it. Let me see if I can get some light on this for you. So when I hold this battery in place, that trackpad is lifted. And it certainly does seem to be impacted by these bubbles on the battery. So are those bubbles normal or not? I have never encountered a battery quite like that. It certainly is believable that those are swollen. So I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to go explore around YouTube a little bit, see if I can find more information on this. So I'll be back before you can say John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Okay, so I did find some less than by the book fixes for this. Basically what it comes down to is that it looks like, yes, this bit of swelling here is what's causing the trackpad to extend out. And it even looks to me like maybe the swelling is a little more in the front. And I found that the swelling becomes more pronounced when the computer heats up or when the battery is active with charging or discharging, which totally makes sense. Some people reported that the amount of lifting of the trackpad would vary, and some of the solutions that people used was to put washers or spacers under these screw holes to lift the battery up this direction, which is actually pulling it away from the trackpad. The replacement batteries look to be around $50 through Amazon, but I need to get back to work with this computer to prepare it to return to Sheldon. So what I'm going to do as an experiment is I'm going to not reinstall this screw, and I'll put these screws back in place. I'm still unsure about that one. Maybe I won't do that one either, and put these two screws in. This computer does not travel often, so even if it's just for my lab work, it'll be an experiment to see if that works. Yeah, I'm going to pause the video here because I got a phone call coming in I need to take. So I'm not sure where I left off there, but I think I'll just go ahead and move forward with what I'm sure. I am sure that I already told you that I'm just going to put some of the screws in and be able to resume my work with this computer. So I guess I need to move that camera back here, huh? Put that one in. This one. So these two screws were part of that panel that opens up. So these two screws are the ones that I'm considering to be optional. So that battery it's not going anywhere. I'll reconnect the battery connector. Another possible solution for this is just leave the battery out. The computer will run off of AC power just fine. Of course, you can't unplug it and move from one desk to another, one location to another in the home. So the solution some of them did is they put those screws in, but they just didn't tighten them down. I don't like that solution because they could come out and then rattle around inside the computer and short against electrical connections. And that would be more troublesome, or even get caught in the fan. So let's go ahead with that and see what it looks like. Make sure I'm not leaving anything out. Okay, put these two screws under the flap first. See, it was the front edge of the touchpad that was bloated. These screws are on the back side of the touchpad. So I don't think they would be useful at all to leave them loose or not put them in. Now I might be taking this apart again, so I am kind of thinking about not putting all these screws back in just yet. I am eager to get back to the process of fixing the OneDrive files, because that's going to take a long time, a lot of computer processing time. So I'm putting the screws in for each corner. I think I'm also going to put in these two screws in the front. So I've left those two screws out, and I'm leaving these out for now. It's not that big of a deal to put the rest of those screws in, but I figured, well, if I leave them out, that's going to just force me to go back and deal with the rest of the screws. So this touchpad is still raised. It's definitely raised. Okay, so let's consider that next option of leaving the battery out and see if it lays flat. If it does not, then that just tells me, hey, this isn't fixable. Let's actually replace the trackpad. So I'm happy right now that I didn't put all the screws back in. I did not anticipate that I was going to turn right around and disassemble again. Whoops, wrong screwdriver. And that was a Phillips screwdriver. Whoops, wrong screw. All right, I'm gonna leave the battery out. Leave those screws for the battery out. All right, let's have a look at it now. There, that's laying flat. Let's see if it works. Oh, I can get it from here. And then power on. So I think I'm going to end this video after checking to see if the trackpad operates. It is not lifted. It's completely flat now. There was another workaround for the battery is on this bottom panel, right under this portion of the battery, there's a couple of rubber pads attached to the bottom cover with an adhesive, and removing those would provide more room for the battery. Yeah, I'm not seeing any touchpad. Oh, there it is. There's touchpad working. It does work. Left click and it works. All right, so let's put things away, out of the way, I guess is what I mean. And this was the dongle for his external mouse. I wonder if plugging in that dongle actually deactivates the trackpad. That is a thing that is possible. Computers can be configured for that. So now that mouse is working, does the trackpad also work? No. Okay, so plugging in the wireless mouse automatically deactivates the trackpad. I don't know if I ever tested that while the trackpad was lifted. Okay, so that's the end of this video. I'm gonna end this and then start another video to go into dealing with the OneDrive issue. If you would like to request a free computer support session with me, send an email to DougBetts@LiveWindowsTraining.com. The address is on your screen right now. Give me an idea in the body of the email what you'd like to have help with, and we'll put it together. I hope this video is useful to you. Have a great day. Catch you later. Goodbye.